Keita's performance today, and is that where you would see him playing in the Premier League in that position?
He can do much better, that's clear. We saw it, he was exhausted, he was really done in the last few minutes when they scored a counter-attack. Usually Naby is fit and is around the situation, and I think it was the third goal, not sure. So he couldn't do it anymore, but football-wise he's in a very good way because he's a natural skilled player in small spaces. These first few sprints are outstanding, few yards or meters are outstandingly quick, so that changed the situation a lot. He was good in the game, and then the last game was maybe the halftime was 10 minutes too long for him. Today, it was very intense for both teams. We trained this morning harder than we usually would do it at match day, of course, but that's how preseason is. We still could have won the game, but we didn't, so now we don't have to. We have now to talk about it because you ask questions, but we don't have to think too long about it.
In terms of him, do you think he will play in that position, or would you move him around a little bit?
You have any suggestions?
No, but I mean, how do you see him fitting into your team?
He's a creative midfield player with tactical wise really. Tactical discipline is a big strength of him usually, but he's doing the right things in the right moment. So that's how good players are. You don't have to tell him to. I don't want to give him 500,000 information. We got him because he is the player he is, and now we want to work with that. It means first of all we let him go and adapt to our system. Yes, I see him as an 8. He can play a 10 as well. Maybe he can play in the future a 6 as well. He played at Leipzig. He played as a winger. That's for sure not his best position, but he can play it because he has the speed for it, he has the football intelligence for it. But we see him as a creative number 8, playing the passes, making the runs with the ball because he's with the ball. He has the same speed like without. That's cool. I don't have a lot of players with this quality, so that's it. We know what he's good in, and we try to fit it in our game, but that should not be a big problem.
Daniel Sturridge, as we know, he's had a couple of tough years with injuries. He looks really trim and lean and fit at the moment, and he's been doing it on the pitch as well. What do you make of his performance? Is he okay? Because I saw he went down heavy today for a couple of minutes.
That was, I think, only a knock. I heard nothing now after the game about Daniel. So yes, he's in a very good shape. That's true. Very intense preseason so far, and he's part of pretty much all sessions so far. It looks really good. Who doubts Daniel Sturridge when he's fit? I don't. So that's no doubt about that. Really, outstanding player. But hopefully he can stay fit, and then the future is bright. So he's still young enough. It's not that he's 30 something. So he's mid-20. So that's good, and he's experienced as well, and has this kind of natural arrogance, what you need on the pitch, that you don't start always new, like if something doesn't work, that you are then 10 minutes out of the game, or even worse, the full game, not involved anymore. He stays in the game, and he's always, it's good for us to have him around. You saw it today. The second half without Daniel would have looked completely different. So it was that good because we had Daniel in the right spaces, and he could lead the group with the ball, if you want. So that was really good. So I'm fine with him 100%. For both teams, obviously very difficult. The circumstances, humidity, and that stuff. Wow. I think a few players after 5 minutes thought, "Wow, where are we here?" And so was the football. What we played in the first half. It's quite difficult in the moment. Dortmund has exactly the same problems, but with these mixed lineups. To get kind of an organization, you saw this in the first half. Yeah, it's Fabinho from position-wise, he should be the guy who organized it. But then with Adam Lallana around and Curtis Jones and the two wingers, it was not easy. So we couldn't really. The beginning of Dortmund was good. Then we controlled the game kind of, but we didn't create chances or something like that. Not a lot. But we scored a goal after a nice set piece. Set piece were probably the most positive thing today. Second half we played much better against a completely different Dortmund side. Our pressing was much better. Dortmund tried to play football. It was what played us in our cards. If you want, it's exactly what helps us a little bit to do this. We won the balls, but we didn't do very good things with the balls we won. Surprise is that we scored the goal in the first half and not the second half. But we had the two big chances after set piece again with Don Solanke and Joe Gomez. We had the big chance with I think Ojo. Daniel was in a few good moments, so we had these moments. It was like the football then we played there, and then we are completely. It's kind of we had 2 drink breaks, but that was not a drink break. But we did one without drinking, deep in our own half, around our box. Lost the ball again, had it back, then lost it again, and then Pulisic can go in the box, and it's a penalty. Dortmund scored a similar goal in the first game against City. So that can happen. We don't like it, but it can happen. It's easy to explain. And a day like this, you have to stay strong. You have to show kind of desire still, or whatever, or kind of greed that you at least want to have to keep the result at 1-1. And one moment we could have scored again. It is very tight offside situation. So I watched it back, we're both onside, so but we cannot change that anymore. It felt like that in a game. It would have been 2 big chances as well. I think James Miller alone in front of the goal. It doesn't help really. I don't want to excuse that result, but that we had this situation, we didn't use them or couldn't use them. And then Dortmund scored a second, and the third was really then too much, and the fourth would have been possible after we lost the ball again. You could really see moral was then really down. We have to learn of it. That's how it is, and then to go again. That's it.